Greetings, luminous souls. If you're catching this message, you're a starseed, and you've called this to yourself, so I invite you to tune till the end. If you've been challenged lately, like feeling like a lack of passion or direction in your life, or challenged with relationships, and just feeling kind of trapped in this exterior world existence, like all the things coming at you, well, I have an amazing technique that I'd love to share with you that did absolute wonders for me, and that's why I'm sharing it. So this technique is pure magic. I learned it at the 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐎 International Spiritual Center when I was taking classes there. And Michael Bernard Beckwith, who was an amazing way shower and guide and helped me through the most challenging times of my life. And that's exactly why I'm sharing with you today, because I want to share what's available to each and every one of us, right? Because it's available to us all. And we always have all the answers. It's just a matter of tuning into that. It's a matter of tuning into our expanded awareness, our higher self, and pure source, really. It's pure source, because it is always guiding us. But sometimes we lose track of what that is, or you just get so caught up in the exterior world and your experiences that you feel lost. And this is a great way to regain your sense of direction and what you're most passionate about in life. Following your heart, your true nature and purpose, right? Following the song of your soul and listening to that and dancing to that beat and that drum. And then when you start doing that, everything, my friends, will start aligning itself for you, right? So this technique is pure magic. And I'm going to share a question of what you can ask yourself. And then I'll also walk you guys through a full visioning process, right? And I'm going to include all the links in the description, because I highly recommend and invite you to get the Life Visioning book from Michael Bernard Beckwith, or even tune in to the class, because that was powerful. I just love sharing from my heart and authentically the things that have transformed my life, and I know can transform yours as well. What you do, once you get into that meditative state and following your breath and you're dropping in, you're kind of reaching that sweet spot, right? So when you get there, ask yourself this question: what is seeking to emerge for the vision of my life? I'm going to repeat that. What is seeking to emerge for the vision of my life? And then sit with that. And maybe like colors will start popping in, or some visions will start coming through, or something that you hear, or something that you taste even, or something that you just feel like a knowing inside, right? Something will come up, and that's your expanded self, your higher self, your expanded awareness, getting in touch with you and letting you know the direction in which you're supposed to travel in your life. And 10 times out of 10, it is what you're most passionate about, and what may be something that you've like denied for a long time. Like, no, I don't want to do that thing. Like, I do want to do it because that's what I'm most passionate about, but what are other people going to think? What is my partner going to think? What are my best friends going to think if I do this and I just step out and do this? Well, when we tune in to our heart, our intuition, what is that? That's our expanded awareness. That's our higher self. Just knocking on your door and seeking to come through. And when you start following that path, my friends, because like, for instance, like making these videos, I was in resistance for so long when I was younger, and I knew it was my passion. I've had a passion for filmmaking and TV. I did it for 30 years. So I had a passion for it, but I fell out of that because I fell out of it when I stopped listening to my creativity and what my heart wanted, and I got caught up in making the money and making money and more money, thinking that would provide happiness in my life. And it's just not the case. So I had to hit the ultimate rock bottom in order to get back in touch with what my true passion was. And that shows up to me as spirituality has done everything in my life provided the most love, the most joy, the most bliss, the most peace. And that came from me. So I invite you to tune in to the aspect of you that's always guiding you, that intuition. Like you've known throughout your life when you haven't followed that intuition, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, and then you do it, and then you have so much regret and shame, right? Because you weren't listening to your expanded awareness, your higher self, which is always guiding you in the right place, at the right time, with the right people. And so when you listen to that, listen to the song of your soul, and you do that, and everything will open up for you. I promise you. So I invite you to do this visioning and tune in to your soul. And maybe it's something that you buried so deep that you didn't know that you were even passionate about it, right? So I know I've always been passionate about making videos and sharing my light and inspiration, and I love connecting visual and music and everything together for people to have a shared experience, right? So for me, I know I was called to do this, and some days it's challenging putting yourself out there like that. For the most part, you get so many reflections of love coming back to you, but then you also have the people that are triggered by it, and so they share comments that aren't so nice. And that's okay, because what we learn when we tap in and tune in to the divine essence that we are, when we tune into that, we know who we truly are, and you're good with that. Like, you see that you're a divine spark connecting to all that is. We're all unique emanations of the divine creator, right? And we're all expressing ourselves, this self-expression. And it's such a beautiful way to tune in to what your heart is really asking you to do and to follow that. And I promise, things will align themselves for you. It'll start happening in the most magical ways, and you start seeing more synchronicities in life, because there's no such thing as coincidences, my friends. It's all synchronicities. And I love when more and more synchronicities show up in your life. Angel numbers, like someone that you just thought of and they call you in your experience, whatever it is. There's no such thing as coincidence. Those synchronicities are telling you that you're on the path that you're meant to walk. So perhaps you tuned into a passion or something that you love, or finally listened to your heart. And when you do that, the universe starts sending you those signs and those signals saying, thank you for listening. You're on the right path. Continue this, right? So that's why I just love to share authentically and from my heart, because I've been through some seriously challenging experiences that have really tested me. And it even tests you to the point, like, because fear, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, they want to keep us vibrating in fear. But when you start tuning into the essence of you, to the divine nature that you are, and you can just go out into nature too, to like tune in to that spark that ignites you, that lights you up inside, right? Because nature, when you're feeling heavy, you can just go out in nature and you can sit with a tree and you can give all your worries, your frustrations, all of that to a tree. And the tree is there to support you, as all of the divine creations of the divine creator are. It's all here to support you. So go out and breathe that breath of life, that fresh breath. Let's all take a deep breath now. And allow that breath to fan the eternal flame of your soul, right? And it's just a remembrance, just like nature is. And you get out in nature, it's a remembering of who you truly are and what you are and why you're here. And we all share a connection of source, right? We all share a connection of the divine creator. And we're all those unique emanations. And within that, the unique emanations of source that we are, is when you see the light. And you see the dark too, because they're all aspects of ourselves. The light and the dark are all aspects of ourselves. So when the dark things come up, I do love to just sit there, and I don't distract myself with with that when it comes up in my experience anymore. I tune into that and I see what is seeking to emerge there. Like what wants to be seen. Feel those feelings, sit with them, no matter how uncomfortable they might be, because pretty soon you'll just come back to the essence of who and what and truly what you are. And that is love, my friends. Like what I've caught in this human experience is that we are made of love, that we come from love, that we're made of love, and that love is all we truly want. Like to love and be loved and share this experience through our unique self-expressions. And how can we be more loving on this planet? How can we be more loving to our partner, towards our job, towards anything? Because I find when you start vibrating in love and feeling the love and everything, you'll experience more and more of that getting reflected back to you. And that's a beautiful place to be. And that's how we raise our vibration and our frequency to rise up and see like that there's nothing that serious going on in this human experience, right? And I needed that reminder today. I woke up feeling heavy. I, had some challenging relationship things and finances. And so I just go out into nature and I went cross-country skiing. I automatically raised my vibration. I got my blood cells going. I reconnected with source, because to me, that's always just reconnecting with source. And now I'm sitting in a bunch of trees and it's wintertime, but there's a little bit of grass, and what a gift that is. And I just sit with this tree and just feeling the presence of Gaia and the energy that it gives, just the loving embrace that it's giving me. And I'm so grateful for that, so blessed for that. And it just instantly lifts your vibration. And then the next thing you know, so much more love and connection and peace and harmony will be reflected back to you. So I invite you to go into nature, and I invite you to actually sit in that meditation and go in and ask yourself that question. What is seeking to emerge for the vision of my life? And I'll take you through a life visioning process, because it is such a beautiful process, and I'd love to share this with you. And again, all the links will be in the description to get the life visioning book, or even to sign up for the class at Agape, because I highly recommend it. So get to a place where you could be alone for a moment and put on a beautiful frequency, like a 432 or a 963 frequency, and put that down. You can just Google it on YouTube and you can find a frequency that you love, because that's help you just tap in to your divine essence. Like it helps you drop in more. So find a comfortable place to be, and then just straighten your spine, and you can put your hands in this mudra, index and thumb. It's a sign of receptivity. So you're ready to receive, and you're receiving from your source self, your expanded awareness in this process. It's such a beautiful process to go through. All right, so I just invite you to close your eyes. Let's take 3 deep breaths. So with those deep breaths, just keep doing some deep breaths, and just allow your breath, just follow that breath and allow that breath to fan the eternal flame of your soul. Because that's what the breath is. It's a breath of life. And what we're doing is we're just dropping in to pay undistractable attention to reality, right? So we're dropping in, following our breath, tuning in to the inside. There could be other noises or whatever going on around you. That's an invitation just to take yourself deeper into this state. So just as you follow your breath, drop in. Tune to the love that you are. Tune to the higher frequency that you are. And those thoughts that are coming through, just allow them to go by, just like the clouds. And you start to become the observer of those thoughts. Kind of take a different position, just becoming aware of your awareness. Just dropping into that space and place where no time exists, the infinite and eternal that you are. So we're dropping into that space, tuning to the love that you are, tuning to the light that you are, tuning to all aspects of you, and just observing those thoughts, not engaging with them, just seeing them, thanking them and blessing them for what they are, just thoughts going through your experience. As you allow those to drift, drop into this sweet spot. And I'll ask these divine questions. What is seeking to emerge for the vision of my life? What is seeking to emerge for the vision of my life? Just allow whatever it is that wants to come through, to come through. Like I said, it could be a color, it could be a taste, it could be something you hear, it could be something that you feel, like a knowing. It could be any of these things. So just allow it to come up. Even if it doesn't make sense in the moment, just allow whatever to come through, because we can journal this after. So just sit in this magical state and place, state of being. What is seeking to emerge for the vision of my life? Tuning into our expanded awareness, to our soul, to what's seeking to come through. And just allow, like I said, it doesn't have to make sense in this moment. You could receive a vision that makes absolute sense, but just whatever it is that's seeking to come through, allow it to come through without judgment, without anything. Once you got that, we'll move on to the next question. What natural talents and gifts am I to embrace to realize this vision for my life? What natural talents and gifts am I to embrace to realize this vision for my life? And again, just sit with it and allow whatever to come through, to come through. It can be a taste, a sense, a vision you see, something that you hear. Just allow whatever it is to be, whatever's coming through. What natural talents and gifts am I to embrace for this vision of my life? And we sit with that and just allow that to come through. And then we can ask ourselves this question. What am I to release that no longer serves me, that's no longer serving me in this experience? What am I to release to realize this vision for my life. What am I to release that no longer serves me to realize this vision for my life? So ask yourself this question and see what comes through. Again, without judgment, whatever it is, see what emerges that is seeking to be released, to be seen and then released and sent back to the light. So we just send that back to the light, and then we embrace those natural talents and gifts that are helping us to realize the vision for our life. Embrace those and release what no longer serves us. So we'll sit with this in the silence for another minute. All right, beautiful, my friends. Now I just invite you to come back, wiggle your fingers and toes. You can open your eyes again. And now I would journal whatever came through, right? No matter how weird or strange it seems, because it's our expanded awareness giving us these clues. And like I say, it might not make sense in this now moment, or maybe it makes complete sense to you. I've had them come to me both ways, where it was like completely know exactly what came through. I had a vision of a lighthouse come through, and I knew exactly what that meant. And that was such a gift that it came through. And it put me on this path that I'm sharing with you now. So whatever it is that comes through for you, just journal it. And it might not make sense now, but like a day or two later, when you're in the shower, or when you're out on a walk in nature, or exercising in the gym, or whatever it is, and then you have this divine download, well, then that's the aha moment. It's like, I caught what was coming through in that visioning process. So that's what I invite you to do. Just carry on. If it doesn't make sense right now, you will receive a divine download later. I promise you, my friends. And then follow that passion, follow that love, follow that, whatever came through. Because you follow that, everything will start arranging itself for you. I'm so grateful to be here and to share this with you. Like I said, I just love sharing authentically from my heart of the beauty that has been discovered through this journey of self-discovery, and I want to share that with you because I know it's available to each and every one of us as sentient beings. I thank you for tuning in and for doing this practice. I promise you, it will start guiding you, because it's just you, right? It's your expanded awareness, it's your higher self, it's all you, and it's guiding you into a life that you love, because you're following your soul's true nature and purpose. And what a gift that is. And when we tune into these, that's when the magic happens, and we start embodying them and walking that path. It is such a gift. So I invite you to do that, and I thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for liking this video and sharing this content for whoever, like friends or family, who you know could really use this life visioning process. Absolutely share it with them. I invite you to do that. That's how we help change the frequency of our planet and walk the 5D timeline, right? Because the 5D timeline is here right now. It's just a matter of tuning to that version of us and walking that path. It's such a gift. So I invite you to do that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. So grateful for all of you. So grateful to share this and share from my heart. And I'd love to hear what came through for you in this visioning process, if anything did. Just share it in the comments below. All right, my friends, have a bright, bright day and happy holidays. Infinite light, love, and blessings.